We're ready. Evening, everyone. Happy Sunday. Happy to be here. As you see from the title, we're getting into NLE Choppa and his Tell Me How I'm So Sweet with No Air. I'm not your air. No, it's not funny. Breakups are not easy. And we are going to try to learn some lessons from this breakup today. But first, let's get into it. Let's see what they had to say. Let's see what was the reason for their whole breakup. And as we're looking at it, I'm going to stop sometimes and just really see what lessons that we can learn, you can learn from them, because we're here to learn together, and there's no reason why this needs to go down in such a public manner without us getting something out of it. So let's get something out of it right now. All right, let me pull him up. We'll start off with the guy. We'll start off with the guy and see where he found the issue, what was going on with the breakup, and then we'll go to her. Is that fine with you all? We go to the guy. We'll go with the guy first, and then we'll go with the girl. Let's see what he says.
Could work with that. All right, so boom. I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm like, in the process of this, I think I found my match for my. I said, I know you starting to grow feelings for me, but I want to let you know who I am as a person first and foremost. I don't see myself at this time period with me being 19 years old, with me having not experienced my 20s and all this stuff. I do not see me being just loyal to you. But in the beginning, I told her, I said, yo, I'm a loyal individual.
So he starts off with honesty. I cannot see myself being loyal to just you in one relationship. He was keeping it real, laying it all out for her so she could fully understand what it is that she was getting into. That's a strong, upstanding man right there. Okay, let's keep seeing what he's saying.
Visual, but I cannot. I can't sit here and lie to you and say, if I be with you, it's just gonna be you the only person I'm gonna have sex with.
Ooh.
Or you would be the only partner. And
Okay.
she took it in and she was like, no, it's different. It's different. I appreciate your honesty. Nobody's ever been that honest and straight up with me. If we was to get together, we could work. I think I could work with that.
He said she agreed to the terms.
Okay, cool. So I'm like, in the process of this, I think I found my match.
He found his
for my.
person,
I
because she
said, I
was
know
like,
you
she
starting to
agreed
grow
to that
feelings for me,
foolishness.
but I want to let you know who I am as a
yes,
person
my
first and foremost.
people.
I don't see myself at this time period.
All
with-
right. Wait, no, we're not gonna go to
I
her
said,
yet.
I know
Wait,
you starting to grow
still.
feelings for me, but I want to let you know who I am.
He
And the
still
next
has
thing
more.
was,
Okay.
I said,
Yeah, more.
I don't see myself having one wife. And that's another thing.
So he had more to reveal to her. Not only he just didn't see himself like being faithful, just having X with one person, he had more. But wait, there's more, he says. But wait, there's more. Here goes the more. Y'all listen to the more.
Marrisa, she was big on marriage. She was big on marriage.
She was big on marriage.
I'm like, I had to let her know, like, I don't see myself having one wife. I said, I'll probably marry.
This man said he didn't see himself having one wife. He took from the Nick Cannon rule playbook, and he was just like, I'm into polygamy. Listen, young men, please be careful who you take as your role models. Yes, Nick Cannon is successful and he's made very great shows and he has all this. No, one man, one wife. All the rest will lead to problems and difficulty. Do not believe this foolishness. This is something, it's truthful, it's evil and diabolical. One man, one wife. All this other thing is stuff that people make up just to satisfy themselves. It's not really love. It's not caring. And they want you to destroy yourself as a young man by getting into this whole polygamy foolishness. They're not happy. I'm a doctor. Trust me on this one. I see all these people in my clinic. Yeah, they may not are outrightly saying that they're polygamous, like NLE Choppa and Nick Cannon and stuff, but they are living that life. They are so unhappy Anyway, let's carry on with what.
marry you, but
Go
you will
ahead.
have to,
What
be
you say,
cool with the simple
NLE?
fact
You're not
that
her
I believe in
heir.
polygamy. So you
You
may
believe in
not be the only
polygamy.
person that I will marry. You know what I'm saying? And I let her know that.
You
And
let her know.
she was like, she was like, that's different.
That's different.
I feel like that's cool. I feel like that's something I can work on with.
So she agreed to it in the moment, and we're gonna get on her. I told you we're gonna talk about the man first. Let's see.
Being open to as well. So this was pretty much the thing,
Okay,
and she was with me in a sense of hope. I feel like she was with me in a sense of hope, and I grew out of it. She was willing to do everything.
So he's saying she was willing to agree to everything she is agreeing to having him be with multiple people. She wanted to get married, and she was willing to, at some point, him agreeing to him having multiple wives. She just agreed to everything, is what he says. And then, on top of that, he's saying she got in a relationship. She thought this man was lying. She went in there hopeful that that her love was so good. My love is so good that she could change him. I told you we're going to get into her. He's a 19-year-old boy, and he laid it out for her. I mean, kudos to him for being able to tell the truth about what he was feeling. But she agreed to it. We're going to get to her.
And did she want to do it? Her mind and her heart wanted to do it. But her soul, that was not what her soul wanted.
Do you have a soul? Do you have a soul, NLE Choppa? And
in the sense of that, like, I felt wrong.
You felt wrong. Yes.
That's why I left.
That is why he left her. He was realized after being with her for over a year, he finally realized that, she is getting too close. She's really wanting the full dream with me that I already told her I won't be able to give. So I got to get up out of here. I got to go. And so he did the chivalrous, most gentleman thing and left her. What a nice guy. What a good stand-up guy he is. Just keep hearing what he was saying.
That's why I had to distance myself. Cause I'm not ready for that. That's the part of my life I'm not ready for. It's like we was in two different worlds. And it's like every day I had to bring her back into mine to let her know, like, hey, you told me to stick with it.
What else you got
I'm
to say?
caught up, if me or you say, if I tell you I'm a cheat or whatever, and you say I'm cool with that as long as you take care of home, and which I do, I take care of home. Make sure you're right physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually.
Well, we're gonna learn that apparently he did take care of home.
Make sure I'm hands on with
yeah.
everything.
He was paying the bills, I guess.
But the littlest bit
all
of peace where I want to do is where I do my dirt at.
Yeah.
Because I let you know that, and you approved of it. You signed up for it. You said it was cool. And once I do it, I don't get the peace of mind to do it. I don't feel free, and I don't feel free to who I am as a person.
He didn't feel free to who he is as a person because he was in this relationship where he had committed to the relationship, but he doesn't like commitment. I'm so confused. NLE, you got to do a rap or something to break it down for me. Let me understand what it is. Okay, all right. Okay, yeah.
If I'm caught up, if me or you say, if I tell you I'm a cheat, or whatever, and you say I'm cool with that as long as you take care of home, which I do. I take care of home. Make sure you're right physically, mentally,
all right,
emotionally.
we already heard that part. Okay, so yeah. Let's go back to him for a second. I'm gonna pause him in the back here. So, listen, young gentlemen. I agree. You know what, let me not act like I'm not in partial agreement with what NLE Choppa was talking about. I really don't think at 19 years old you're ready to have a deep, long lasting relationship. This is a time where your frontal lobe, the area of wisdom, is still developing. You're still really growing and getting to understand yourself. This is not the time to be locked in to anyone. You need to grow, you need to develop. At the time, though, it's still not the time to be locked in to a whole bunch of women either. Date, talk to women, see what women are about, understand yourself. Don't get yourself tied up and locked into a relationship, and definitely don't sleep around. I understand. You're like, yeah, Dr. D Nice, that is what we're doing these days. We have to be sexually active. No, you do not. As a man, you can learn how to control your libido, control that drive. As a young man, don't listen to what these people are saying. Don't listen to what these people are saying. They want you to destroy your life. They do. And the days that I'm talking about, the music industry, the film industry, the porn industry, they're all in cahoots, and they're creating you as little minions to go out and destroy your body and give it to their industry. And in the end, you're left with nothingness. Talk to your parents. Talk to people that have sense around you, and they'll break it down for you that getting all involved in sexual activity is not the thing to do. Do not wake up love before it is ready. And 19 years old, whether you're a man or a woman, whether you have that high libido or whatever, is not the time. You need to wait till you're a married person in a committed relationship where you don't have to worry about this foolishness that NLE Choppa is talking about. Anyway, let's go find out Marrisa's perspective on this whole relationship, shall we? Here, all right. You've got the floor, Marrisa.
One man. For a year and 3 months.
A year and 3 months they were together?
Just one man.
One.
Nobody else?
Nobody else. He was with other people, though.
And you build so much with that person. You go through so much with that person. And my healing process, I can't tell y'all.
I feel so bad for her. Listen, I feel so bad for her. I've been through a heartbreak before. I've been married 18 years now. Before that, I had boyfriends. I got involved in relationships that maybe I shouldn't have been in or should have been in. It's water under the bridge now. And I had my heart broken hard, horrible ones. I was bawling like Marrisa here. And I just really want to tell her that, Marrisa, let me see what way 90 turn this way. Marrisa, it's going to be okay. This is going to be hard. You're going to cry a lot of times. You're going to miss him. You may even want to do crazy things to reach out to him. And, a breakup video is something that we'll do another time for you all. And in the meantime, later on in the video, we'll find out that Marrisa is taking care of herself. And I really feel that she's going to be okay in the long run. This is hard. She's definitely...
How hard it is for me to sleep. Oh, how hard it is for me to...
Beautiful girl. You'll find love again.
Get up and face reality, because this was not my reality a week ago. I have given myself to one man.
Okay.
I can't tell y'all how hard it is, because I love so hard.
She loves it. It's obvious.
I love harder and harder and harder every time. And
she spent a lot of time with NLE Choppa. She gave him a lot of her life. I'm sure she gave him her body in ways that, who knows, maybe there's some regret there too, that with her trying to convince him that polygamy is not his route, having multiple women is not the route to go. Who knows what kind of compromises she made in the sexual acts that are sorry YouTube, her actual acts that she may have performed and done, that things that she may never would have done before, but because she was trying to convince him to stay with her, she compromised herself. This is a lesson for you all out there. Listen to these young men, listen to these guys, girls. I'm talking to you now. Listen to these guys when they tell you who they are. Don't worry, don't try to dissect it and analyze it. Who was it? There was somebody that did an interview the other day that said, DMX, was it DMX? It was an old interview. They said he just trust what people tell you about them. Don't sit there and try to reinvent them, or, oh, well, you know, maybe they're not that way. Trust what people tell you about them and move on. The man told her that he was polygamous. The man told her he was going to be out and about with other women. And initially she thought that was cool. And now it turns out not to be cool. Marrisa, did you compromise yourself with NLE Choppa? Did you go across the board, the boundaries of what you considered to be doing in relationships in order to get him to change his mind about how he felt about relationship? That's what I want to know. I think she did. I think she did. And I'm going to be praying for her.
This one hurts the most. Because I really thought that I was going to marry this man.
She thought they were going to marry him.
And I get it, he's young. Why would you think that? You know, like, it wasn't like it. And I'm trying to be strong, and it's hard. So, to my you were stupid, all this shit, but he was doing things that grown men never did.
Did you hear her? You heard what she said? Did you hear what she said? He was doing things that grown men... He's 19. Okay, let's just keep going.
Did for me, never taught me. I experienced things that he was just so mature, and just because he was young, it doesn't mean that he didn't have the ability to do so.
We all have the ability to love. We all have the capacity to love. And NLE Choppa, I've seen some other interviews with him. Actually, there's some sort of herbal healer that he's friends with on Instagram that I ended up following, and I watched them, and they're really into herbal things. And it seems like NLE Choppa, just like everybody, yeah, he may be a rapper. Everybody has depth and different dimensions to them. What they put, the persona they put out in front of this for show, to sell albums and records, that's not the only thing to them. People are multidimensional, and he looks like a very multidimensional young man. And yeah, so I mean, I'm sure he taught her a lot.
All this shit, but he was doing things that grown men never did for me. Never taught me. I experienced things that he was just so mature, and just because he was young, it doesn't.
You see, that's the he put out here. Let me see if I can make this so you can see the whole thing. Yeah, well, it says, I am single. I'm man enough to admit I'm not ready, and I have some growing to do. All right, you know. Yeah. Guys, she's fortunate. Marissa's fortunate they didn't end up with children, because she would have been stuck, locked in baby mama mode with a man that was still polygamous and not really interested in getting married. And he's young. The man said that this is not who he wanted to be, and she thought he was lying. I don't know. Listen, young people, girls, believe what these young men tell you about themselves. Don't compromise your values when you're with them. Keep your purity, keep your body. Do not go across into lines actually that you don't want to cross at all. Young men, be careful who your role models are. Nick Cannon is not a role model for a relationship. He got money, he got business, fine if that's what you want to look at him as a role model for, but relationship wise, he is not your role model, okay? Find somebody else. President Obama, Denzel Washington. Let's see, who else? Is it Lawrence? No. What's the guy? Samuel L. Jackson. These are good role models when it comes to marriage and relationship. This guy, Nick Cannon, out of there. All right. Listen, see y'all on Wednesday. Wednesday, we're going to talk about social anxiety, okay? All right. Let me know what y'all think about relationships. And of course, let me know what y'all think about relationships. Don't forget that you all need to subscribe to my channel. When we get to 1,000, I have a special show that I have for you all. A really amazing show. And like and comment, share. Let me know what you all think. And we'll be doing more reactions on Sundays. Hang out with me Sunday afternoons. It's usually slow at the Beaujolin household on Sundays. I'll hop on and we'll talk. We'll get together. Tell me how I'm so sorry to no air. I'm not your air. All right. Bye, guys.